That's $10,000, Connor. Ha ha! Yeah! Yeah! This show is not for sharpshooters. This show is a fucking machine gun. There's no chewy center to this show. It's all hard candy. This show is not a sniper on a fucking roof. This show is a drone taking out a village. Do not invite me into your house because I will come in and I will wreak fucking havoc. Hey, what's happening? Mike Schmidt, 40-Year-Old Boy Podcast. Normally this show is once a week. Comes out on Thursday morning. You guys enjoy it? Well, that seems strong. You'll at least listen to it, certainly. I mean, you jump in and you listen, and at least that's what you're doing right now on a Thursday morning. So this show is a once-a-week endeavor, which means I only do one show a week, because that's all I can do, folks. At the end of it, I'm a burnt-out husk. They got to roll me out of here in a fucking wheelbarrow and put me in my car, and I drive away. But this week is different, folks. This week, I think this week I've done 3 shows. Would you say that, Lily? My head is haunted today. It is all fucking banged up. I don't know why. It is just like spinning around pinball style. And I don't mean like in the good way, like with the bees and then I unleash them and then all of a sudden we're in a sewer drain somewhere. That's fun, right? No, my head is like in real life. And that's never good. You know what? Real life is death to comedy and real life can be good in comedy, but not when real life cuts so close to the goddamn bone. And I tell you what, I am all bone today, folks. I am all bone. Wait a minute, that doesn't sound good at all. Or actually, it sounds great. So I've done this show. This is probably the 6th attempt. Is that a fair guess there? I'll ask the producer. I'll defer to her. What did you write on your gum wrapper that you keep the notes on?
I think it's the 5th.
This is the 5th attempt at doing the show, folks. And when I say 5th attempt, I know you're thinking to yourself that Mike went, hey, what's happening? Mike Schmidt, 40-year-old, 1-year-old boy. Ah, damn it, start over. No, it wasn't anything. I think once we went about 8 minutes, and then let me show you what it means to be Lily for just a second. Literally, I will be talking, and I'm talking, and she's enjoying it, and she's laughing, and she's hanging out there, and she's watching the graph because she has to constantly watch the because this show is like a patient in a hospital bed. And Lily has in front of her, she has that beep, beep. She has that thing. And she's just eyeballing it, making sure that it doesn't flatline. So she's not really looking at me, the patient. She's looking at my vital signs, which are right there in the computer. And she's watching beep, beep. And so she's not really seeing me and she's hearing me, but she's not like, you can't see the look on my face. Or there are tells. I have tells. Like I would be a horrible poker dude because if I start talking with my eyes closed, nothing good's about to happen, probably. I think we could say that. Because usually I got my eyes open and we're darting all over the room. We're looking around at people. Not people. There's an audience here of very silent people. I do this for monks. I do have a ton of monks who come in. You know why? Because I just like to look in their faces. I like to be serene, folks. That's how I work. That's how I like to do my show. I have Lily here laughing, and then I have a bunch of monks around here to make me feel serene. But I started talking. So you say 5 for sure?
Yeah.
And I know I did 6 minutes with one, and one of them I think was 8 minutes, and then another one was 13 minutes. So I've
like a 2.
yeah, there was a 2. We did the 2 one. I remember that one. That was early. That was fun. Remember when we did the 2-minute show? That was really good.
That was awesome.
We should just release that one.
Yeah.
It got so bad, it got so comical and so weird that all right. So again, I'm giving you the thing for Lily. So she's watching the vital signs on the computer, and she's not looking at me, but I will do this, folks. Fuck, it's so stupid to even describe it because I can't describe it. You'd have to be seeing it. But I'll be talking, and I'm talking, and then all of a sudden, just for no reason, I rip up my earbuds and I throw them down and I put my head in my hands.
Pretty much.
And I spin the rolly chair around and I'm just like, and she just goes, "You had momentum. What are you doing?" And I'm like, nobody thinks I'm funny ever. It's just fucking terrible. And she's just like, "What are you talking about?" I don't know. It was just awful. Can we cut that? Can we cut that? Can we cut this? Can we cut that? And then she's like, all right. That's the one thing I will tell you about Lily is she's just, she never says no. Like, cause she doesn't want to, she doesn't want to argue with me. That's the bottom line. Like she's tried to assuage me and tell me, hey, this is good or this is funny or that's okay. But if she can see that I'm kind of entrenched and set in my ways, she's just like, all right, what are we doing with this? And I go, I don't know. But the 13-minute one, that was the crazy one where I said, can we save it? And she said, yeah, but what are we doing with it? I said, I don't think we're going to use it at all. But I just can't bear the thought of throwing away 13 minutes of audio. And she's like, all right, well, I've got to listen to it in place. And I go, don't listen to it. I don't want to hear it. And she's like, just cover your ears. So I do. I literally cover my ears and hum while Lily edits my voice because I don't want to hear my voice. Who the fuck wants to hear my voice? Now, I'll tell you this. I do want to hear my voice on finished shows. Like last week's show, fucking awesome. Loved it. Thought it was great. Did I listen? Not really. I listened to a couple of minutes. But when it's stuff that I don't like or stuff that I already threw my earbuds at and I clutched my fucking head in my hands, the last thing I want to do is hear it. And poor Lily, she has to listen to it because she has to figure out what goes where and cinch it together and Frankenstein the shit out of it, and that's fine. So then I had an idea. I said, hey, can we do this? What if I do an actual show? Like I'll start the show and I'll be talking, and then I'll mention that I've had to restart, and then we just put in all of the segments, like all the fragments, as like a little audio experiment. Like people will hear the 13-minute or the 2-minute or whatever, and they'll hear like all the false starts. And she's like, well, I mean, we could do that, I guess. And I said, wait a minute, is that like too inside baseball? Like, is that really indulgent of me to make people listen to the false starts? And she goes, everything you do is indulgent. It's the Mike Schmidt podcast, and that's part of being Mike Schmidt.
I don't think that came out right.
I knew what you meant, though. I did know what you meant. But then in my head, I was like, well, wait, I didn't like it. Like, why would I put it back in the show? I did not like it. I threw my earbuds. I like a child, and I put my head in my hands. Why would I then go, you know what, let's give that the green light and go ahead and put it in the fucking show? I mean, that just makes no sense. Because to me, because then I stopped thinking about the content, and all I can think about is the number 13. And I'm just like, 13 minutes of goddamn audio. I mean, that just seems like such a waste to get rid of it. I mean, but that's also stupid. Like saying, that's like going, oh man, a dozen eggs. Yeah, they've been in the fridge for 18 months, but I got to fucking eat these motherfuckers. I can't just throw them away. So yeah, because that was, I just recorded, I actually recorded a baker's dozen of eggs that were rotten. And yet I considered jamming them back down your throat, folks. That's what I considered doing. Because today is just fucked, man. I won't lie. Today's a fucked day. So then I came here and I was going to do the show and I'm starting to do it and then I'm stopping. I'm starting. Because I can't fucking wrap my head around the things. God damn it. We've all had those, right? You have those days where things are fucked and and everything sucks. I was actually going to do fucking Break Shit by Limp Bizkit and I didn't. I chickened out at the last minute. What if I did that song? That'd be fucking stupid. It's just one of those days. It's all about the he said, she said bullshit, folks. All right. I'm reaching for my earbuds. Anytime Fred Durst shows up, we have to start over. We need to start over now, the fact that I'm quoting that song. Give me something to break. How about your fucking face? I have to admit, though, that's in my iPod, and when it comes on at the gym, fuck it, forget it. Someone's getting roasted. I'll just high knee it. I'll high knee like almost the whole song on the fucking treadmill. I'll get to the gym in a second. But right now, we're talking more about today. Well, I'll tell you this, too. This happened today. We're recording on a Tuesday, which I don't care for, as you know. But I'm going to San Diego tomorrow to work with Graham and Chris for the live comedy film nerds. So I was like, I can bump it up a day. And then today came, and and then things happened. And if I had a day to process today, but it's not even a tragedy. It's things that you've done, folks. It's nothing, but it's just fucked. It's fucked. God damn it, folks. Poor Lily. So what was I saying? What were we talking about before I yelled fuck at the top of my lungs?
You were talking about having a bad day.
Wow.
On your way here.
On my way here, folks.
Can I just tie your hands together
No.
to the mic stand so you can't pull them out?
I keep reaching for them. It's going to happen eventually. But I will not stop. This is the final attempt at this show. If this one doesn't work, I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do. We'll do something. We'll just put up a bunch of audio scraps. Do that. We'll call it scraps.
No.
Here's that rotten dozen eggs we told you about, folks. Enjoy it. Oh, my knee hurts. You know what I did? I need a mailbox. Yeah, that was not smart. All right, so that's a story you don't want to hear. So I was at the house. Oh, fuck. I'll start this from the beginning. See, this is what happens, man. Everything seems to be going okay, and then I start running fucking quicksand, and then I'm like, God damn it, I just got to stop and start over. But I can't start over because poor Lily, I'm ruining her whole fucking night. It's bad enough when I actually have momentum. I'm doing the show and it's going great, and then we're in and out in fucking 5 hours. But now I came here today, and here's the thing: Lily functions as dudes. Don't ever be Lily. You don't want to be Lily. Nobody wants to be Lily because she has to put up with this.
Don't ever be Lily.
No, man.
Name of the show.
Oh, dude, she just totally has to put up with this, man. It's like I come here, and I it really kind of it hit home for me today. Like it hasn't. I've never really thought of it this way. I always thought I came here, and we sit here and we talk, and I hear about her trips, or I hear about her what she did, and then I talk about my week, and we kind of exchange information, and we talk and we catch up a little bit because I don't see her during the week. But today, it really dawned on me that Lily is just she's my de facto therapist, really, when you get right down to it, because I come here and I'm very interested in hearing about her and her trip and the things that happened and how cool it was. But then I start talking, and I don't have I don't have a cool trip to talk about. If I go out of town, I usually tell you guys about it, so there's no point in telling her about it. So I wind up just sitting here and talking about life and what's going on and where my head's at and all. And she sits there with her legs crossed, and then she asks leading questions, and she tries to get me to answer. Well, how do you feel about that? Well, how does that? And that was the trigger question today when she said, well, how does that make you feel? And in my head, I just went, you are Dr. Melfi. You are goddamn Dr. Melfi. And I'm Tony, and I'm just sitting across from you just fucking talking and trying to make sense of things, and you're doing a good job, and you're being very nice about it. And finally, I just looked at her, and I go, Jesus Christ, I don't mean to Dr. Melfi you here. And she's like, well, I don't care. I have spectacular tits, so that's fine. And if you know anything about Lorraine Bracco, she had a great rack. So, I mean, Lily's right on board with that. But poor Lily has to come, I come here, and so, I was supposed to start the show at 2, and I was late getting here anyway because, and this is true, I wound up on a phone call at my house, and I was running late, and so I reached into the closet, and I grabbed my shirt, and I got dressed, and I bailed, and I get in the car, and I'm driving, and I get to the freeway off-ramp, which, by the way, if you saw episode 36 in the video, you won't know what I'm talking about because we edited it all out because Lily was going to kill me. But I went to the freeway off-ramp or the on-ramp, to get on the on-ramp to go down to visit our friend Lily. And just as I was approaching it, I looked in my rearview mirror, not my driver's side mirror, and I caught a look at my left shoulder, and there was a hole in the shoulder of my shirt. And I looked at it, and I had, it was like there should have been a trigger warning on my shirt or something like that. Why are you shaking your head? Yeah, there was a hole in the shoulder of my shirt, and I said, I can't wear this to Lily's house because she's going to fucking tear it apart. Because she's established a baseline, and there's a dress code that I had not been previously aware of. So I'm not lying to you. I turned around and went home.
That's why you were late.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't here at 2:00. Because I doubled back to my house to switch shirts so I didn't get fucking torn apart.
Oh my God.
And I like that shirt. It's like a knockaround shirt, and it tore, that's just a recent hole in that shirt. It happened at Ralph's. I got caught on a hook, and some old lady laughed at me. I was furious because in my head I was just like, oh my God, Lily's gonna hate me. They're gonna hate this. I gotta throw the shirt away now. But it was in the rotation, and I grabbed it out of the closet, and so I had to fucking go home and change. I had to go home and change my shirt to come and do my show. That should tell you everything you need to know about me, folks. I literally had to go. That's who I am. I'm a doormat. I'm a goddamn doormat. Lily's the boss. Fuck Tony Danza. Lily's the boss. So I had to do that. But here's the thing. Today, about a month ago, my car. As you know, I'm Travis Barbecue during the day. Mild-mannered Travis Barbecue, delivering coleslaw to everybody. One day a week, I get to be super podcaster Mike Schmidt. But 6 days a week, the cape gets put away, and I go door to door, and I bring people sauce. So, and I've been working a fucking ton too, because that's what I got to do. Because I got to fucking stay one step ahead of the fucking gangsters. I don't know if there's any gangsters after me. I hope there aren't. Whatever the fuck. I need my car. So I drive my car, and I'm driving it all over the place. And I'm putting, I work in Venice, so that's 40 miles round trip every day. in addition to all these stop starts in the city. And I mean, I'm putting, you know, almost 80 miles a day or 100 miles a day on the car sometimes. That seems high. That can't be right. Right? That can't be right at all. More like 60 miles a day. Yeah, 20 and it's no, more like 80 miles a day. Yeah, 70. Could be 70. Don't make me throw my earbuds at you. But the bottom line is I need the fucking car. So I'm like, all right, well I got to do. And so about a month ago, the car starts making like a rumbling noise. Like I can't. I'm not gonna make the noise itself, but I will tell you that Gandalf the Grey would wave his staff at my car if he saw it driving towards him. I mean, that's... It's that kind of noise. I mean, it's just this low, like, it sounds like a Balrog, quite frankly. It sounds like... You know what it sounds like? It sounds like there's a Hell's Angel underneath my hood on his motorcycle. That's what it is. I have Altamont. That's what I have Altamont under my hood, folks. I think. I don't know. I didn't open the hood and check because I don't want to be murdered with pool sticks. So that's what's happening in my car, and it started about a month and a half ago, and I thought it was because it was cold. Because it was cold here in Los Angeles. And yes, I know you're really cold, all right? It's not really cold here, but for Los Angeles, it's cold. It's like 45 degrees. Out by you, it's negative 45 degrees, and I get that. But don't tell my Murano that, because my Murano lives here. You know, he doesn't know the fucking difference. So I would start the car in the morning, and he's like, "Brr, it's cold." And I'm like, "Calm down, old girl." And I have no idea why I called him old girl when a second ago he was a he. And I even called him a he just now. So I don't know why I would refer to him as both. Is it a hermaphrodite? I don't know. I can't figure it out. I don't pertain. I don't speak for the Muranos, folks. I can't do that. I don't speak car. I don't speak Japanese, and I certainly don't speak car Japanese. So that's not happening. So anytime I tell you that something my Murano said, it's speculation. All right, I'll admit that. I'll pull the curtain back enough on that to tell you that it is speculation. I don't really speak to my car, and I'm not sure if my car is a woman or a man. I have no idea. Get off my back. Although it's a woman. I think my car's a woman, right? It's got to be. You know, here's why. Now, I figured it out. Fuck that. Here's why my car's a woman. Because it always has a man inside of it. Done. Is there a riot outside? You hear that, right? Do you folks hear that?
Jimmy Kimmel. It's Tuesday.
Oh, Kimmel's doing a street thing? Oh, it's Tuesday? Oh, fuck. How am I going to get out of here now? Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to restart the show 4 or 5 more fucking times, so I won't get out of here till fucking 1 in the morning. You didn't want me to start it once. I get it. Trust me. So yeah. So I don't know what the noise is in the car. I got to figure out what's happening. I got to figure out where it's going to be, what it's going to do. So it wouldn't go away, and so I had to bring it into the dealership today, and they took it, and they gave me a loaner Murano. Last time they gave me a loaner Murano, it was like a 2014. It had GPS and fucking satellite dish and all that. Well, not a satellite dish. I'm not watching TV in my goddamn car. But a satellite radio. So this time I said, hey, it's got to be the same thing. And the guy's like, sorry, man, we don't have any more satellite radio. And then they brought it out. So no GPS, no satellite radio. And then even worse, fucking limp dick silver. What are you doing to me, fellas? I don't like silver. Don't you listen to the show? You know I don't like a silver car. Silver's the worst car color ever. But they have to analyze the car. So they bring the Murano out. And then they're looking at my Murano. And I'm trying to explain the rumbling. And it's not doing it. It's not making the noise. So finally I get a technician and my guy in the car. And I go, all right, close the doors and listen. So I go, rev the engine. And they rev the engine. You couldn't really hear it. But when they stopped revving the engine, all of a sudden you can hear this like gong, 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 gong. And by the way, I was trying to explain to him what it was. Dudes, I am not a man. All right. It's clear that I'm not a man. I have a man's plumbing. But I don't have any of the instincts or wherewithal or knowledge that a man would have, as you know. Because when he asked me, he's like, what's the noise like? I go, it's like a rumbling. It's like a... or a... It's like so stupid. It's like I'm trying... I may as well have had cereal on a spoon and been like circling and trying to put it in his mouth. Like, oh, here it comes. I mean, it was so bad. And then he said to me, he's like, so it's like a rumbling? And I go, yeah. I go, but it makes a few different noises. I go, it also makes a noise that sounds like a skeleton in a monster movie. I actually said that to the guy. I go, it sounds like a skeleton in a monster movie. And he looks at me and he's wet, and I go, like clacking. And he's just staring at me. Like, I don't know if everybody else knows how cars work. I don't know how fucking cars work. Dude, I got Altamont under my hood with a dancing skeleton. That's what I have. Everybody else might know what a fucking solenoid is, and they might know all that bullshit. I don't. As far as I know, I have a Jason the Argonauts skeleton sword fight underneath my hood, right next to Chuck Zito on his goddamn Harley Davidson. That's what I have. So we get in the car and we close the windows and they accelerate and you don't hear it. But then when it stops, you hear the gung, 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 gung. And he goes, oh, okay, yeah, we can definitely hear that. Absolutely. So they pop the hood and they look at it. And the guy goes, here, take a look at this. And I don't know what he was doing inside the car, but he's going, look at the engine. So he was either accelerating or hitting the brake, or I don't know what he was doing. But as he did it, my entire engine would move. And not like an inch, and not like I mean, it was surging forward, tipping forward, or tipping backwards. Tipping forwards. The entire engine was moving within the body of the car. Agreed. Absolutely not good. So he's like, yeah, and I go, and so I look at the and it's so funny the way it's set up, because I have my guy who's the main service guy. So he's the guy I deal with. Well, the tech is like, yeah, take a look at that. I go, dude, what is that? He goes, well, we'll take it in the back and see. I go, well, no, you know what it was because you told me to look at it. You saw that happening. He goes, yeah. And I go, did you see that in other cars? He goes, well, it's different with all cars. No, it's not different with all cars. There's no way that every other car has an engine that moves and it's always something different. What could this possibly be? But he doesn't want to tell me because he doesn't want to get in trouble for telling me what it is and then giving me a number of how much it'll cost, because after the fact is when they're going to give me the full-on number of what it is. So it's like, I have to wait to get fucked. He's not the fucking guy. He's just going to finger blast me, and then I got to wait to get fucked by the other guy later. So he's just there to fucking prime the pump. And he's like, yeah, so it's just, this is the thing, and we're going to take a look at it. And I'm like, well, what is that? What could you say it is? He goes, well, it's too hard to tell. We're going to go in the back. I go, too hard to tell. It's the engine is moving. And there's a ghost. I think there's a ghost. And if he would have said to me, honestly, if he would have said, dude, there's a ghost, I would have gone, oh my God, fix it. That would have been enough for me. But that begging off of the like, well, I'm not sure. Bullshit, you're not sure. You know what it is. You've fucking seen this happen before. So they said, well, we'll hold it, and you take the Murano and you bail. So I split, and I went home, and like I said, I got a shower. I was ready to go, and my phone rang, and it was the dealership, and I'm like, oh, fuck. So I answered, and Melvin's like, hey, I have news, some news. Now, I should tell you this. I explained, Melvin's been my guy forever. And I think I've talked about, I trust him implicitly. He's always helped me. He's taken care of my car. And I was there in October, and I told him, listen, my car is my life. I go, it has to run. I go, I cannot, I have no choice now because my butler quit. And so my second car is not an option. And my credit cards are fried. I can't, and I have no credit to go get a new car. This is the car I have. This is a Nissan Murano, and it's mine, and it stays here. And this is what I'm going to have forever and ever. So I need it to work, and I need it to constantly be working because the only way I make money is if I'm in this car. He said, fine. So at that point in time, they gave me a number, and I was like, dude, I can't do that. And he's like, well, I said, what keeps me on the road? He gave me another number. I paid it. Everybody was happy. By everybody, that seems strong. I'm not going to say everybody was happy. I'm certainly not including you people who have to hear this goddamn anecdote. So today, however, I said to him, I go, listen, I need to stay on the road. That's it. I just need to, and he's like, all right, well, we'll figure it out. We'll prioritize everything. I go, that's the most important thing. Find out everything that needs to be fixed. I said, but most importantly, tell me what we need to do to keep me on the road. And I can come in 2 weeks and get something else done, but we need something today. He said, all right, great. So when he called and I answered, I'm like, oh, all right, what's happening? He goes, well, here's the thing. Your struts are gone. Because I knew they had told me my shocks and struts were having trouble before, but he goes, your struts are gone. He goes, the left one it's gone. He goes, and the right one still works, but the left one, he goes, yeah, you have to get this fixed. I said, well, all right, can it keep? He goes, well, yeah, it can keep, but my technician feels, and I agree, that you are always in danger of losing control of the car. Right now, it could, at any time, it could happen. He goes, especially if you're driving a lot. I go, dude, that's all I do is drive. He goes, well, you are essentially always one bump away from your steering wheel turning and then you losing control of the car. That's just the way it is. And which, I won't lie, has some appeal to it. I like danger. I like chaos. You guys know that. And just the fact that I know now that I'm now literally a ticking time bomb and not just figuratively, I don't think that's bad. So I said to him, I go, all right, well, dude, what are we, numbers, what are we looking at? He's like, well, you need to get your struts fixed. They have to be done. He goes, the left one, absolutely. He goes, you need to get it replaced now. Right now you're looking at $975 for the struts. He goes, and that doesn't get to the engine mount, and it doesn't get to the, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, dude, Jesus Christ. I go, wait, so that's both struts? And he goes, yeah. And I go, what if you just did one strut? He goes, pardon me? I go, what if you just did, is there like one strut you can do? And I'll be honest with you, this talking about struts, I don't, I have no touchstone. I don't know what the fuck those are. I have no clue. When I hear strut, I think of two things, Ric Flair and Sheena Easton. That's it. So what he should have said to me is, dude, you need to replace your Ric Flair, but your Sheena Easton is still okay.
Oh my God.
And that's language that I can understand, goddammit.
Oh my God.
So I said, can you do one strut? He goes, well, yes, but you should probably do both. I go, I understand that. I go, but right now I'm in a position where I probably can't do both, and I shouldn't do one. He goes, well, you kind of have to do one. I said, all right, but here's the thing. If I do one, and I drive on one good strut and one bad strut, does that do more damage to the good strut? Like, well, then will I have to replace it? He goes, no. He goes, as long as you come back in like 2 weeks and you get it fixed. He goes, but if you're driving on like one other strut and one bad strut for like 6 months, he goes, that's going to be really bad. I said, okay, fuck. Because here's the thing, folks, it's end of the month. You know what I mean? As you know, it's all end of the month. And when you're Travis Barbecue and you're living check to check and you're trying to figure everything out, because I have, I have money, but I don't have money. So, the money I have is earmarked for things like bills. So, but I can't make money to pay those bills if I don't fix the car. Dude, it's a mess. It's a goddamn mess. And it's that, you know what it is? It's that messy real life bullshit that nobody wants to deal with ever. That Sophie's Choice nonsense. It's just, hey, you don't fix the car, you do fix the car. But if you do fix the car, then it's okay, but you're going to be out of money and you're going to have to try to figure out some other way around things. But if you don't fix the car, there's a possibility you could kill yourself and others at any given time. And again, like I said, there's appeal to that. There is absolutely some appeal to the thought of me careening into traffic and fucking taking out like 80 dudes. That's fine. Because then you're a legend. Then you're a goddamn legend. I just want to fucking, you know what? I'm going to hit the car and I'm going to go swerving and I'm going to go into fucking traffic and just leave a trail of bodies and metal. And at the end of it, I'm just going to finally stop. I'm going to hit a wall and I'm just going to reach up and I'm going to tear out my earbuds and throw them down and just put my head in my hands.
Thank you, Tom. Tom Faust, everyone. Can't tell you how excited we are to have you on the team. Anyone out there have a question for Tom? Better ask it now. He leaves for London in the morning. Oh, I see a hand in back.
Stand down, germ! Did you say a hand? Rest assured that what you call a hand is a claw capable of producing a grip strong enough to rip your treasonous lungs out through your soft human belly!
I didn't get your name.
I did not give it! I am Yeep, servant of Thorgar, the most rancorous of Gehenna's savages, an arch-fiend whose very gaze will turn your human blood black! Thorgar demands to know why this diseased shit-stained Tom Faust has been chosen for the London position! Thorgar has worked tirelessly for Lombardi Industries, eating the souls of all who have opposed his company's progress, crushing the skulls of rival CEOs in his jaws at the very instant he was inserting his cloven-hooved leg into the malignant vaginas of their women, their synchronized suffering only serving to fuel Thorgar's insatiable bloodlust.
Look, we appreciate all of our...
Appreciation is not enough! Your ceremonial title of Employee of the Month, while certainly thoughtful, does nothing to quench the vile lord's thirst for the power he so richly deserves! You dare choose Tom Faust over Lord Thorgar, defiler of angels? You show favor to this Faust, who, though he carries the name of one in league with Mephistopheles, is nothing more than the cancerous afterbirth resulting from the syphilitic coupling of mere mortals. This is your new head of accounts accounts receivable London division? Unacceptable!
I'm starting to think you're not a team player yet.
That's yeet! Thorgar tires of your impudence! Know that your decision here today impacts not just yourselves, but every past and future member of your decaying lineage. Those with Faust or Lombardi blood and are doomed to an eternity in hell's barren landscape, with unspeakable tortures amplified to ever more horrifying agonies. Their anuses will be constantly overfilled with the vomit of goblins, while their backs will be broken so their mouths can be twisted into position to catch the never-ending runoff. Hell's imps will squat over their faces, forcing endless diarrhea through their digestive systems like an unholy centrifuge. From this moment on, there will never be a moment when a Faust or Lombardi is not being force-fed from an anus, perhaps even tasting the bit of feces from the blistered colon of Thorgar himself. Consider this the abominable one's 2-week notice. Farewell! Excuse me, one more thing. Thorgar would like to know if he qualifies for Cobra.
As I was saying. That sounds like a good gimmick for a show and a terrible gimmick for a show. Like if you called your show As I Was Saying, because as you know, the original title of the show is Almost, and then that happened. And that was going to be the theme of it. But I thought of the 40-year, because I had the 40-year-old boy on deck, and then when I was talking to Eric when he was putting the show together, he's like, "What's the name?" And finally, I told him. And then that was before the artwork and stuff in the beginning. Look, folks, I'm catching you up. Let's go down 40-year-old boy memory lane in a really shaky car. So overall, he's telling me with parts and labor, like we're looking at like $1,200. And I don't even know if that covered the engine mounts and everything. He was saying it was $975, and he's going to do everything he can to kind of keep it under. And I hope, I don't know. But that fucking shows up, and it shows up at the end of the month, and you're trying to figure it out. And we're all doing that. You guys are all doing that. You're all at home right now, and you're deciding whether to buy those diamond earrings or that bread. I get that. That's a situation that we're confronted with daily, all of us. We're like, should I feed the dog or should I instead kill it and eat it? I don't know. I can't figure it out. That depends on your level of wealth. If you're wealthy, you'll feed the dog. If you're not, well, guess what? I just advocating killing and eating your pet. Hi. Dogs for pets or meat. Actually, that was rabbits, right? Rabbits? I think it was rabbits. In Flint, Michigan. In Roger and Me, right? Is that what? That's Michael Moore's first movie, Roger and Me. And I did you like Roger and Me? I liked Roger and Me. I think.
I did.
Yes, and then I liked Bowling for Columbine. And then didn't he do another? Did he do Fahrenheit 9/11? Is that his?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know why I'm running down the litany of shows that he's done, but why not? Why not at this point? So my car is just ganked, man, and it's just so I don't know what I will see what happens. I'm gonna get. I'm probably going to get one strut fixed, but then I just think my car is going to limp. Like it's going to have this weird lilt to it. It's going to cheat. I'm hoping it's more of a crip walk rather than a limp. I hope my car has a crip walk. That would be fun. But if it's a limp, then I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I think I'm going to have to get one strut done. I'm going to have to get one strut down. I'm going to have to get one flap down like Jeffrey Leonard did the San Francisco Giants against the St. Louis Cardinals in the 1987 playoffs. That's what I'm going to have to do.
Again?
You're funny because you know why?
Playoffs again?
But you know what's so funny about that is you have no idea what I just said. It was like literally the cadence. You're just like, I don't know. That could have been.
Like, and then
yeah.
with the playoffs.
But it was Jeffrey Leonard and the St. Louis Cardinals in 1987, and you're just like, I don't even know what sport that is. I don't have a touchstone for that, and I don't blame you. But all you got to remember is if anybody ever says to you, "Hey man, one flap down," then you just got to go Jeffrey Leonard. That's all you got to do. He was the Hackman. That was his nickname in 1987. Hackman, not Pac-Man. Hackman, H-A-C. Yes, you care. Pretend that you don't.
I don't care about that. I care about other things, but I don't care about that.
Well, I wasn't giving you an umbrella you don't care about the universe. I was just telling you that you don't care about Jeffrey Leonard, the Hackman. But I think you do.
I don't.
All right. So yeah, I don't know. I gotta figure out what's gonna happen. So that's the thing is I'm like, I didn't even, and so I talked to them on the phone and then I came over here and my car, it has to be done because my car shakes when I drive it. any bump at all, any fucking dip, it rumbles, it fucking wobbles, it's like a weeble. It wobbles, but it won't fall down. It won't fall down. Although it might. I'm being told that it might, but who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? God damn it! I just don't. It's like I can't even find any traction on funny about it. I'm just so fucking frustrated with it. And because I mean that's it. That's what I have. I got that car, and then when they're like, "Oh, dude, your car's totally fucking ganked." I'm like, God damn it! My car drives like a World War II tank. Like it used to be a smooth ride, and it was like quiet, and it is quiet if you get the windows up. But now there's this internal noise. But dudes, and it's just there's that skeleton underneath the hood. Oh my God, what the fuck? You can't deliver barbecue from a bus. Or can you? No, you can't, because I'll get on the bus and I'll be torn apart by bus ghouls. That's not good. If I got a bag full of meat on the bus, I'll be torn apart by bus ghouls. You'll never see me again. Just see my shirt blowing in the gutter. Lily tearing it apart. Because the bus ghouls didn't do a proper job of tearing it to pieces. But that's us. That's all of us, right? There's no rich people out there listening to me. I can't imagine there's rich people listening to me. If there were, the only reason rich people would listen to me would be like some weird case study for how the poor survive. You know what I mean? Just they'd be listening to it. It's almost like when little kids would like burn ants with a magnifying glass, or they'd pull the wings off of flies. That's who I am to a rich dude. Like a rich dude just listening to the show and he's just like, ha ha. I don't know why Dr. Bombay from Bewitched is listening to the show, and I don't know if he's rich, quite frankly. But he should be. You know, when you think about that, Bewitched wasted her fucking talents, right? Bewitched, she married fucking Dick York, Dick Sargent, both of them fucking completely above their pay grade in fucking Bewitched. Elizabeth Montgomery. She was hot, man. She was naked a few times, right? There's like naked photos of her online. Don't think I haven't jerked off to Bewitched, folks.
On the name of the show.
That could be the name of the show every week. I don't even need to say it. It's just implied. That was also the working title of the podcast. Besides, and so that happened. Don't think that I haven't jerked off to Bewitched. Oh, that's a double negative. I don't like a double negative. I have jerked off to Bewitched. Let's go. I like the affirmative. Let's do it that way. I jerked off. I think I jerked off. Did I jerk off to I Dream of Jeannie? Maybe. I'd bang Endora. Fuck, I'd bang Gladys Kravitz. Dude, man, if you thought Kojak and Dragnet were a waste of your time on a podcast, how bad is it with me telling you all of the 70s TV women I'd jerk off to? I mean, Jesus Christ. I think the struts are bad in my head. At any given moment, my head can careen off the road. I could lose control of it and fucking take out bystanders. That's fine. I like that description. But today it is running on fucking 3 flat tires. God damn, because oh my God, fucking $1,200. Dudes. And it's, you know what, that shouldn't mean anything. In the larger scheme of things, everybody should just go, $1,200, you know what, that's the price of life, and that's the cost of doing business, and you got it, but fuck. The cost of doing business is going to leave me unable to do any more business. I got shit to do. I got places to go. I got flights to book. But no. Dude, I was on a plane 2 weeks ago. Was it a week ago? I don't know. And I was in the exit row. And the plane wasn't exactly full. So the woman came marching down, and she gives you the speech where they ask you a question. They're like, hey, you know, what's going on in your exit row? Are you okay? Will you save everybody? And I always want to say no, because I don't want to save anyone at all on the plane. No. As a matter of fact, I will form a human blockade, and I will not let anyone open this exit door, because I think we should die with dignity. That's how I feel about it. We shouldn't be up scrambling all over one another and stepping on children's heads to try to save ourselves. If this plane goes down from 35,000 feet, guess what? We are all fucking Ravine Pizza, and that's how it's going to fucking work out. I am not going to be able to open the door. You are not going to be able to Slim Pickens your way to fucking safety. Everybody's going to die. So there's no point in having me open the exit door, because guess what? We're all going to get cashed. But you can't say that. God knows I think it every time they ask me. But I was in the exit row, but I didn't want to be in the exit row because it's cold, because I'm an old man. And I said to her, hey, do me a favor. I don't mind doing your exit row stuff if it comes to that, but I would really prefer to switch to a different seat in the plane. And he said, well, you don't think that you're capable of going ahead and following the instructions? I go, no, I'm capable of doing it. I just prefer to sit somewhere else. And she goes, all right, well, it's a full flight pretty much, but I can probably find something. And I said, okay. I said, but here's the thing. It has to be a window seat on the right-hand side of the plane. And the look on her face was so gorgeous where she was just like, wait, you're not only asking to move, but now you're trying to call your shot, Babe Ruth? I mean, that's not going to fucking happen. You're not going to get the seat that you want. Buy the seat that you want. But I had bought a window seat on the right-hand side of the plane, but somebody was sitting next to me, but there was an empty seat in the exit row, and so I switched. And I shouldn't have even opened my fucking mouth, because quite frankly, the second you ask out of the exit row, everybody thinks you're a chicken. And I don't want to be thought of as a sky chicken. Fuck that. I don't want to be that guy. I mean, if something goes down on the plane, I want to be relied upon by people. I want them to look around and go, hey, that guy in the Bolingbroke Raiders hoodie knows what's up, and he's going to go ahead and take care of business. Even though I just spent 5 minutes telling you that if the plane starts to go down, I'm never taking off the exit door because I think we should all die with dignity. These people don't get a read on me. They look at me and think that's a big dude who can help us out. But in reality, I'm not. I'm not that guy at all. Again, I root for chaos. So I think if a plane is going to go down, that has got to be the ultimate people watching moment. You know, people say they like to go watch people. They'll just sit at the mall and they'll watch people walk by all day. Dude, if you're in a plane and it's starting to go down, just relax. Just sit back and watch everybody else lose their fucking minds. That has to be the ultimate in seeing how people will react in a situation. Because you're finished, all right? You know what do you got? Maybe 90 seconds left? I mean, I guess you could jerk off, or you could fuck somebody, or you could make out, you could just you could start yelling, you could do whatever the fuck you wanted to do. So I would try to be the observer. I'd be the quiet observer who sat back to see exactly how everybody reacted during a plane crash. Part of me wants to be on a plane that's going to crash just for that moment. But then the rest of me says, well, I don't want to crash, so I hope that it's happening. And then they pull out of the spin at the last minute, and we all, yay. Like in Almost Famous, when they all start yelling out, hey, I'm gay, hey, I fucked you, hey, I fucked that girl, and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden it turns out that they're safe, they get through the storm okay. I want to be in that moment. I want to be in a plane that's about to crash with a band from the 70s. That's what I want to do. I have to be on a small Cessna with the guys who wrote Fever Dog. I have to be. It's important to me. That's what I've wanted my whole life. You okay? You spit soda. Oh, a little throwback Pepsi. Well, how does the throwback feel in the nose? It's got real sugar.
Better than corn syrup.
All right, see, folks.
Still not good.
No, not at all. I'm just happy I fit on planes now. That's like, it's so, because I should tell you this. I've been working out, losing weight, trying to do whatever I can do, and we have come to the end of chapter 1. Because I have one session left with my trainer at the gym. And then after that, I'm supposed to do stuff by myself, which doesn't make sense at all. So I was talking to a trainer, my trainer, and he, not only does he work for the gym, but he also has some other stuff going on. And so he and I came to an accord. We had a meeting, and we went out and we had a taco, and we talked about it. And so he's going to continue to train me. He quoted me a price, and it seemed reasonable, and everything was good. And so I made that agreement. Everything was fine. And then my fucking struts went out, folks. My struts have gone out. And again, now I have to choose between my car struts or my body struts. I can't let my body struts go to waste, right? I have to somehow stay on top of my body struts. And that's why I had my pit crew. That's why I had my guy, my fucking champion, helping me out. But now I got to sit him down after making an agreement. Thankfully, I didn't sign anything. But now I got to tell him, dude, I can't do this. I mean, because I can't. I fucking can't. Dude, that's the worst part. That fucking sitting back and going... In making a budget and realizing what you have to do with your life. God damn, how do you people live your lives? Don't you just... it's like, because when Lily was like, dude, you got to get new clothes. And I'm like, nah, man, I'd rather spend money on other fun stuff. And because you know why? Nobody ever died going, God, at least my pants fit. You know what I mean? Nobody ever died and went, thank God the struts on my car never went out. Nobody ever lays on their deathbed thrilled about the things they didn't do. No, if anything, you're ruining the fact that you didn't do things. God, why didn't I eat that horse?
What?
Yeah. These are the thoughts that go through your head on your deathbed. Why didn't I fuck that she-male? I had the chance. And this is the thing. You're not even into she-males. And you don't want to eat horses. But on your deathbed, all that shit sounds great, doesn't it? You're just laying there under 4 sheets watching people cry. You're like, God damn it. I wish I was banging a him-her at this point. That'd be fucking amazing. I wish I had a mouthful of horse meat. Anything preferable to watching my aunt cry. By the way, if you're dying of old age, why is your aunt still alive? Hold on a second. We got to rethink the math on that. Maybe you're not dying of old age. Maybe you're dying of young age. I don't know. That made me laugh. Who dies of young age? That'd actually be funny. I want to be a doctor. You know what? I may go to medical school just so I can tell somebody somebody died of young age. If like their son died of lupus or something, I would hide the lupus diagnosis and go, I'm sorry, your son died of young age. He just couldn't handle his youth. It's called skateboarditis. God damn it. Folks, did I mention that my car is fucking $1,200? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Dude, if I don't fix my struts, I'm going to have skateboarditis because I'm going to be delivering food on a goddamn skateboard all over Hollywood. Just fucking like capri pants on. Well, no, not capri pants. What do they wear? No, the clam digger shorts, right?
Yes.
It's kind of the same thing.
No.
There's like 3 inches of difference. Capri pants are a little different. I'm not fucking Laura Petrie out there delivering goddamn food. Got a closet full of eyeball walnuts. Awesome. All right. Hey, maybe I think I'd look good in a capri pant. A second ago, I was going to fuck a she-male on my deathbed. Now I'm going to put on a capri pant. What the hell happened to me? Jesus Christ, I lose my card. Everything goes fucking Koyaanisqatsi. All right. Somebody wrote me. I think I've mentioned Koyaanisqatsi in here once before, and everybody's just like, people write me to tell me what it is, and then I have to point it out because that's not a thing you can just like, Google. Like you can't go, well, I don't know what that was because it's spelled so fucking ridiculously. All right, but I Googled it and I found out what the fuck it was years ago when I had to, when Google was invented. Actually, the day Google was invented. The day Google went live, when they turned the lights on, it's like, bling, there's a G. I immediately Googled Koyaanisqatsi because Dennis Miller had used it in a joke, and I go, I got to know what that is. Then I found out what it was. I was like, all right, now I know what that is. And now I will drop it in my own podcast in 12 years. Because I invented podcasting, folks, that moment. When Google went live, I was like, you know what, I got to figure out what Koyaanisqatsi is so I can use it in my podcast later. Everybody's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I said, exactly, motherfucker. Stick around. You'll know. You'll hear it. $1,200 fucking dollars. God damn it. What the fuck am I gonna do? Well, I can't. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gotta pay it. I gotta get it fixed, and then what? I'm gonna be a hobo. I'm like fucking. I'm a week away from being homeless. Like now that I realize that, now that with Karen gone and no insurance and I'm just, dude. It could all fucking come down. And look, we all are. All right, we all are. Everybody in the world is day to day. I get that. I understand that. Lily said that to me earlier today when we were talking, and it's like, yeah, that makes sense. But I don't give a fuck. I care about me. I don't care about any of you. Actually, that's a lie. I care about all of you. Oh, you raising your hand? You have something to say? Poor Lily's got a backache. She's up and stretching. And I just keep looking at her. Like, it'll be quiet here. We're just sitting here. We'll stop down and we'll talk. And I was looking at her and I was go, $1,200. She's like, oh my God, I know. All right. I just put on a burlesque festival. 4 people were bitten by rats. I got to pay those lawsuits out.
No, they weren't.
I'm sorry, what?
No, no one was bitten by a rat.
Nobody was?
Don't say that. That's terrible. No, it was wonderful.
Oh my God. All right. Well, I knew it was wonderful, but there's got to be some casualties, folks.
No,
If you're going to make an omelet, you got to break some eggs. If you're going to put on a burlesque festival, you have to have some rat bites. It's just the way it works.
No, it's not.
That's the way that's the way it's worked for all eternity. Back in the 20s, whenever they did anything good, when it was, what was it, suffragette? They how do women get the vote? Hundreds.
Women get the vote?
Well, there was a vote. What's it called? Suffrage? Women's suffrage. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. And then fucking hundreds of women were killed by rat bites in those
No one
protests.
was killed by a rat bite in a protest.
Yes, they were.
Ever.
The day Google went live, I Googled Koyaanisqatsi and then I Googled rat bites at protests, deaths, see deaths, and it came right up. Oh, there's a bunch of women in petticoats holding signs that said, we want the vote. Let us have the vote. We want the vote. Gotta have that vote. That's what women were saying. And they had their signs and there were rats lurking in the background. It was just like dots. You could just see their eyes in the fucking alleyway waiting to bite those ladies right through those petticoats. And that's why back then women wore so many underclothes, because they knew we were constantly in danger of being bitten by rats. That's why women wore bloomers. Bloomers were made of like a fucking, you think bloomers were comfortable? No, they weren't. They weren't comfortable at all. Ladies always look like, because if you ever see a fat lady from the 20s, she weighs 100 pounds. She's wearing 85 pounds of fucking pajamas because she doesn't want to be bitten by rats. The 20s were awful. And the fucking depression didn't even come till 29. 20 to 28? I mean, they were stomping at the Savoy from like 20 to 23, but then the rats came. The rats came in 23 and changed the game, baby. Nobody liked it. And then petticoats and bloomers were in fashion to avoid the rat bites. Nobody likes plague. Dude, I wish I could conjure up plague, though. Would you give a plague? Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, folks. If you could give plague to people, would you give it to them? Like to kill them? See, you wouldn't, Lily, because you're too nice. But there are people out there right now who are like, dude, I totally wish I had a fucking test tube of plague. Just drop it on a bus or at a mall. Wait a minute, now we're getting dangerously close to a terrorist attack. Hold on, forget it. Yeah, I don't know. Well, that's where rat bites take me into the bubonic plague. And, of course, you take the bubonic plague to a mall. It was bubonic plague, right? That sounds like a dirty word I just made up. No, it was. It was bubonic plague. You know that scientist was just playing a joke on everybody. Could have called it anything else, but he goes, dude, we got to throw boob in there. Ha ha, hilarious.
That's true.
I think it was. I think it was true. The day Google went live, I Googled Koyaanisqatsi, I Googled rat bites and bloomers, and then I Googled bubonic plague. And I was the first guy ever on Google, so for a while, those were the 3 most searched terms in the history of the world. Google it now, you'll see what comes up. Seriously, Koyaanisqatsi, rat bites and bloomers, bubonic plague. They were trending. They were trending way up when Google first came out. Because there was one idiot who had to know. I think that's a show, right? That's a show. We're done. $1,200. I can't even. It's just one of those days. Like I couldn't even unleash the bees this week because the bees are just there. I had to farm them out. I had to sell them to try to raise some of the $1,200 to fucking pay for my goddamn car. They're making honey in Iran right now. But you know me, I have these arbitrary deadlines in my head. Like because I always say I talk till I'm done. That's what I always say. But I always mean that on the long end of things. I never mean it on a short show. You know what I mean? Like in my head, I always feel like I'm betraying people if I do a short show.
When you're done, you're done.
I know, but that's the way it should be. But I'm usually not done. Certainly not this soon. So I mean, I wind up I try to explain it, but I'm like, the show can be 4 hours long. I talk till I'm done. But I never go, dude, the show can be 11 minutes. I talk till I'm done, because that's not impressive at all. I mean, I don't even know if I made an hour yet. Don't even tell me. I don't even want to know. Don't even tell me if I made an hour. All I know is this is a show. Because all I can think about is fucking $1,200. That's all I can think about is my goddamn car. And these people have got to be so fucking sick of hearing about it. Aren't you, folks? You're tired of it. I don't mean to talk like you're not here. You're totally here. I'm in your head. I'm lurking. Actually, I'm not in their head anymore. I'm not. Once they found out that this was a show and I was wiping it out under an hour, they just fucking tore their earbuds out and they threw them and they put their heads in their hands. You guys can get me at Mike at MikeSchmidtComedy.com. You guys can be my friend at Facebook.com/the40-year-old-boy. You can go find David Hernandez, the man who does all the artwork and the music for this show, at Facebook.com/DavidMexHernandez and be his friend there. If you'd like to hire him to do some artwork for you, he's amazing. He does great work. You can go to artbydmh.com. That's ARTBYDMH.com and commission him to do some sort of artwork for you. He would love to do it and talk to you about what you need and what you want. Our friend Lily Von Stoep is the producer of this show, and I think I have to rush her to the emergency room because I may have crushed every bone in her hand holding it to get through this show. But you can go to Facebook.com/Lily Von Stoep and be her friend there. You can follow her at several different Twitter accounts. Oh, you can follow me on Twitter, too, at twitter.com/the40-year-old-boy. You can follow Lily at twitter.com/MNTs, twitter.com/Lily Von Stoep, and twitter.com/HBQFest. Right? HBQ Fest? Cool. But if you'd like to write her a personal note and find out all about her adventures with Alan and the Mute.
Oh my God.
You can write her at Lily at burlesque411.com. That's Lily, Lili, at burlesque411.com.
Joe that you haven't bought the big angry. Not yet. Buy it at your business. Look at that kick-ass art for sale. Tweaked audio just cannot fail. Buy it at your business. Hey, the Schmidt comes alive. He'll like rap or buy you one through five. Joe, your dirt. Buy it at your business.
Want to remind you folks about the Monday Night Teas every Monday night at the 3 clubs on Santa Monica and Vine. There's Lily Von Stupp. She's the producer of that show, which is the longest running, the hottest, the sexiest, the most incredible, the steamiest, if I may use that word, the steamiest burlesque show in the history of Los Angeles, the longest running burlesque show in the history of Los Angeles. And Lily just did an exotic point. I'm gonna call that an Elvis stripper point. If Elvis were a stripper, he would point like that. What Lily just did. But she produces that show. She produces this show. She produces everything that you could possibly want and need in your life. Hi, Lily. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. I was unable to attend this week's Monday Night Teas. I was in Venice on a bus bringing people fucking pork and beans. But I heard it was an amazing show.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Were you, now you got back, well, let's talk a little bit about Vermont. How was Vermont? How'd that go? The Vermont Burlesque Festival.
Fuck yeah!
See, now last week, let's do a little behind the curtain on you. Last week, I think I may have even mentioned it on the show, was we were getting ready for the show, and Lily was like, I don't want to go to Vermont. I don't want to go. It's going to be cold, and I have to do 14 loads of laundry, and I cut my own hair, and this is not and I'm like, dude, you're going to tear it up. It's going to be fucking amazing. It's going to be so great. Well, I don't know. I don't even think I want to go. I'm just not sure if I want to go. I just don't think I should. And I said, no, dude, come on, dude. It's going to be great.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And then I left her to her own devices, and then she went to fucking Vermont and tore it apart. Awesome. You emceed,
I did.
and that went extremely well. You danced,
I did.
and that went extremely well. You taught a class.
I did.
And you enjoyed meeting, you said the thing you liked about it was a lot of young people who are new to burlesque, but they wanted to learn about burlesque, which was cool for you.
Really awesome.
Nice. Which dance did you do? Which one of your acts?
Wherever you're going, I'd like to come.
Oh, that's a sexy one.
It's dirty.
Yes, it is very dirty. The first time I ever saw that was at the Friday night cocktail hour, whatever it was, happy hour. Yeah. I had never seen that one, and I was like, whoa.
It's kind of dirty.
Yeah, it is. Certainly darn filthy. But you had to do something to stay warm out there in Vermont.
Yeah.
How was the weather?
The weather was -2 when I arrived.
Oh, boy.
But with a fucking wind chill factor, it was like freezing-ish.
Well, it's below freezing at -2 already.
It was fucking cold.
So it was like Mars cold.
I think Mars cold was exactly, that was the wind chill factor, Mars cold.
I'm going to ask you a favor. Because I enjoyed it. And I hope you'll put it on the Westside 86 Jokers page. Will you put up the picture of you all bundled up with just where you can only see your eyes?
Sure.
I liked it. I thought it was kind of a cute photo. So that would be fun if you just put it up there. And because then some people, they're not on your page or not on my page and whatever. So if they
Why are they not?
I don't know.
Just kidding.
Believe me,
I put it in there. It was funny.
Yeah.
I was freezing though. It was midnight when I arrived, and I had 2 pairs of gloves on, and long johns, and jeans, and a sweater, and a jacket, and 2 scarves, and a hat, and a wraparound, and another thing. And my fingers were numb after 5 minutes of waiting for the cab outside.
sounds like you didn't want to be bitten by rats.
Fuck off.
Well, good. It's you had a great time, and that's good, and that's good news. And then the Monday Night Teas was a very good show. It was a lot of fun, from what I heard. Did you host or perform, or did you just
Nothing except watch it. 'Cause it's
business? Lily was in effect. And then there's a show this week at the Monday Night Teas this Monday. Is it a theme show? Is it a out of town show?
awesome. No, it's we're showing The Art of Burlesque, which is the show that was on Ovation that featured me.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So we're going to be showing that, and then we're going to have a burlesque show that follows it immediately, and then we may show another movie after that.
Cool. Oh, it sounds like a sleepover. Let's all do a sleepover.
It might be. It could be a long night.
Nice.
It could be fantastic.
I mean, I think I can actually. Can I do that?
I don't know. Can you?
I don't know. I'll find out. It all depends. I have to shell out $1,200 for my goddamn car.
Well, the good thing is it doesn't cost you anything to come to Monday Night Teas and watch a movie.
Can I bring my skateboard into the club?
You can.
That's important to me. All right. Well, good. That's good news. Can I wear a capri pant into the club?
Yes. Actually, you can.
All right. Good. I'll wear my Laura Petrie costume, and perhaps I'll even bring some ribs over to the show.
good.
Oh, ribs! Listen, if you can't do a Laura Petrie joke in 2013, I don't know when you can. Well, 2014. Holy shit. We're a month into 2014 and I brought Laura Petrie to the table. Oh, ribs. All right. Well, so that sounds great. It's going to be a fun Monday Night Tease. Now let's talk about this though. Aren't you somewhere else next week?
I
Is it
am.
this week or next week? When is it?
Next weekend.
So next weekend. So not this coming Saturday, Sunday, but the following weekend. You are at.
I'm in Cambridge at the Great Burlesque Expo in Boston.
You're going to the Harvard Quiz Bowl. Who are you kidding? You'll be.
There's a Harvard Quiz Bowl?
I have no idea if there is.
Doesn't that sound delicious?
It does. It's so
the
good.
Harvard
Oh my
Quiz
God.
Bowl.
It's no Yoshinoya, but it'll do.
What would be in it? Tea and fish? I don't know. What else? Tea and beans.
Tea.
The
Oh.
Harvard Quiz Bowl.
Well, wait. So you just go broad Boston. You don't narrow it. No, there's got to be hasty pudding in that bowl, right? Doesn't there have to be some of that?
I don't know.
Harvard has the Hasty Pudding Club. Oh my God! What happened to us? Stop down! Stop! Well, good.
Oh, ribs again.
Oh, ribs! There you go. See, that saves everything. That's the whiteout. Laura Petrie is the whiteout of bad jokes. All right, so the Cambridge. So that's in Boston.
That is.
So you're going to the
I'm
Boston,
going to Boston.
the Cambridge
I'm going to Boston for the Great Burlesque Expo.
to park the car
It's called burlesqueexpo.com if you want to get tickets.
in a stripper's yard. So the burlesqueexpo.com is where tickets are.
Burlesqueexpo.com. Yeah.
Burlesqueexpo.com is where you'll get tickets for the Cambridge Burlesque Expo
Yeah.
Festival,
It's just called the Great Burlesque Expo.
the Great Burlesque Expo in Cambridge, Massachusetts. So you're going back into the cold. You're venturing back into the elements.
I don't know why. I'm an idiot.
But you know what, dude? You were so like, I can't do Vermont. And then when I talked to you, you were so excited. I could see it. I mean, your eyes were like on fire as you told me about how great it was.
You know why it was great? All I had to do was show up and be funny. I got to be you.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, I'm like, you get to show up
Unless
and
you go to the car dealership and it's not so fun.
But people just were like, hey, you're funny. It's glad to finally meet you. It's great to see you perform. You're funny. You're awesome. You're good. And I was
Yeah.
just like, yeah, bitches, I am.
You see why I like going out and doing live shows that I never get to
It was
fucking
really
do?
nice.
It's the
I don't
best.
stress about anything.
Good. And so, but you're saying Cambridge will be different?
No, Cambridge is the same way.
See, it's the same fucking thing. You're gonna be a conquering hero. You're gonna show up and be amazing. And everybody's gonna come up to you and be like,
You're there.
I enjoyed your show.
I headlined in Vermont, in
Yes.
Boston, and just one of the people.
Oh, fuck that though. The second they see you, you'll be like, oh my God, she should be a headliner. They'll elevate you to headliner status in their brains.
I don't think so. I saw who's headlining. Yeah.
I enjoy your show. That's Marv Weber. Marv Weber's gonna be there. He might be at your show.
I like it.
Yeah. Well, all right. So that's at burlesqueexpo.com. Tickets are available to go see all of the shows. And our friend Lily, do you know specifically when you're performing
I'm
yet?
performing Friday night in the Late Show.
Friday night in the Late Show in Boston, folks. Go ahead and check her out in the Cambridge Burlesque Expo Festival
Great
Extravaganza
Burlesque Expo.
in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Tickets available at burlesqueexpo.com. That's where our friend Lily will be performing on Friday night, the 7th.
Fuck if I know. I think so.
Yeah, I think it is because the 2nd is the Super Bowl and that's a Sunday. So that means that the 9th would be a Sunday, which means the 7th would be a Friday, as I do the math in my head really quickly. So yeah, by all means, get those tickets and go to see the show and have a good time with Lily. And if you're a listener out there, like our friend Michael Caldwell, who I know is also in Boston, why not stop by? Why not call Lily? Why not go ahead and buy her a fucking Boston? What do they got there? I don't know. Hot dogs? No, they don't make hot dogs. What does Boston make? Buy her some, well, you said tea and beans. Buy her some tea and beans. That's it. We'll go ahead and get her some tea and some beans. Or no, dude, take her out to fucking, what's that street outside of fucking Fenway with the Italian sausages? Oh, no, I'm sure the carts aren't out.
Eat
Yeah.
food off of carts or trucks.
Do what I say.
No.
You're going to the East Coast. You have to do these things.
No, I don't. I don't have to do anything.
You know what? Go to Faneuil Hall and read a book.
I'm not going to leave
I don't know what that is.
hotel.
I think I just made that up.
Fennel Hall, but I'm not.
It's
going
not
to leave
Fennel
the
Hall. There's no
hotel.
such thing as Fennel Hall. Go have a plate of fennel,
It's
perhaps.
Fennel Hall.
No, it's Faneuil Hall. I'm right.
Not, it's Fennel.
Nah, dude. Dude, oh, you know what you should do? Here's what you should do. You should, while you're out there, bomb a marathon and hide in a boat. That's what you should do. You're going to leave me? You're going to leave me on that one? Really?
I'm totally leaving you hanging on that one. That's terrible.
All right. You'd look good with a laser pointer on your chest. It's Faneuil.
Fanuli?
I think so. I think, you know what? I think it's Funicula Hall.
How is it pronounced? Let's go to Wikipedia.
We're going to Wikipedia. Folks, let me tell you something. This is why you tune into podcasts, is so the host and his producer can go to Wikipedia and look something up.
These aren't real letters. There's an A and an E, and they're like conjoined twins.
Fanuli Hall. That's how you pronounce that letter. Fanuli.
Well, Fengel or Feniel or.
Are you telling me Vangelis built this building?
Look, it's Fenel.
Fanuli.
No, there's no I at the end. It's the I at the end is silent.
Well, then here's what. Then let's change it. Michael Caldwell, do me a favor. Take Lily out for a big bowl of Fanuli. That's important to me. Go to Fennel Hall and then go out for a big bowl of Fanuli. Because if that's not a pasta, it fucking should be. Wait. Fanuli should be pasta shaped like fingers. Because there's, what's there? Orchiata is shaped like ears.
What the fuck?
Well, you're still staring at that weird letter.
Orchiata is shaped like ears?
Yeah, Orchiata is a pasta that's shaped like ears.
How is that spelled?
Orchietta. That's my guess. Folks, we're looking up Orchiata.
It does look like ears.
Yes, it does.
My God, why haven't I ever bought that for Eddie as a joke?
You make what? There are people starving overseas, and you're going to buy.
What?
Oh, his little ear joke.
What?
That was the first thing.
It doesn't really look like an ear. It looks like half a clamshell.
Have you seen your ears lately?
I'm totally. Let's finish the show.
Why not?
Why not?
We will Google more pasta later.
What's the name of the show?
We will Google more pasta later. Well, first you got to Google Koyaanisqatsi, and then you got rat bites and bloomers, bubonic plague, Orchietta. There you go. Those are the top trending terms in Google according to this podcast.
No, but they should be. Everyone Google them and see if we can get them up there.
Oh my God! Why not? Jump on board, folks. Let's get those trending. Let's get Orchietta trending. Let's get if nothing else, let's get rat bites and bloomers trending. Let's make it a hashtag. Hashtag rat bites and bloomers. Look, it's no kitten hands, but it's all I've got at this point, folks. Hashtag rat bites and bloomers. So go to facebook.com/Monday Night Teas to become a member of the Monday Night Teas community. You'll find out about shows that are coming to your town. And then you can go to brownpapertickets.com and always buy tickets for all of the upcoming events in February. And please remember, tickets are on sale now for March 22nd at the Yost Theater in Santa Ana for Reservoir Burlesque, the Quentin Tarantino burlesque tribute show that I will be hosting. And hey, let's talk about this for just a second. A gentleman wrote on the Westside 86 Jokers page, I think his name is Daniel or perhaps David or something that begins with a D. And he was like, does anybody know when Mike's going to be at the Monday Night Teas next or hosting it? So I will address him here and I will say, I don't know. I have no dates scheduled to host it except for March 22nd, which is not a Monday Night Teas, but it is a Saturday at the Santa Ana, California Yost Theater. Tickets are on sale now at yosttheater.com. Is that what it is? I think it is. Yeah, yosttheater.com. But if you're ever going to be in town and you're going to go to the Monday Night Teas, let me know and I'll come by. If I'm in town, I'll definitely come by and hang out and say hello or meet you or do whatever you want me to do. Because I always love going to the Monday Night Teas. Anyway, odds are pretty good that I'll be there. But if you want to really make sure I'll be there, just contact me and let me know when I'll be there. Like our friend Tresha Green did. Tresha contacted Lily and contacted me, and she's going to be at the Monday Night Teas this week. And so I will see her then. I may see her before, actually, because she's talking about possibly going to San Diego tomorrow. Look, Tresha's built her entire trip around me, and I don't blame her. Why not at this point? Hey, Tresha, will you have a reliable car? That'd be great. Because God knows I don't at this point, $1,200. And it's funny, Tresha sent me a couple of notes on Facebook, and I don't think I answered them, so I'm answering them now. Hey, Tresha, guess what? I'll be at the Monday Night Teas. And I guess I'll see you in San Diego tomorrow night. And I'm sure right now you guys are thinking, why is Mike going to be in San Diego tomorrow night? Although, wait a minute. I'm not. They're hearing this Thursday. I'm smart. I guess I can plug it after the fact, I suppose. Hey, last night I was in San Diego and I did the Comedy Film Nerds Live podcast, which was also broadcast on Laughster.com. I'm telling you this now because I think you can download it from their feed or possibly go to Laughster.com and look it up. And it's Laughster, LAFFSTER, because they're different. So go look that up and you'll see the live broadcast of me with the guys talking and doing stuff. And you may even see our friend Tresha Green there as she leaps onto the stage and murders us all. Oh my God, why am I... Dude, these could be my final words. Maybe Tresha Green is coming down to kill everybody. And these are my last words. This is my last will and testament, folks. Well, if that's the case, I leave this microphone to my friend Lily.
That microphone belongs to
Yes,
me.
it does. I was waiting for you to say something. But honestly, just from the laws of usage, I've gotten so much great use out of this. It's mine. That's the way it works. So Christ, where am I? I'm lost now in the plugs. Monday Night Teas, always fantastic. Cambridge Burlesque Extravaganza, going to be fun with our friend Lily. Tweakedaudio.com/40. Huge supporters of the show. They have autoerotic asphyxiation earbuds. They have cock ring watches. They have gear. Plenty of it waiting for you to step up to the plate and buy it at tweakedaudio.com/40. I'll throw this out. I have a gentleman who's interested in doing some sponsorship with the show, and I wrote him and said I would get back to him, and then he's like, all right, well, I want to. His name is Spence. Hey, Spence, or Spencer. I don't know if you want me to call you by your full name. What if I gave you your full name? Well, then again, I don't know. Maybe I give you, you know what? You're Spence, as far as I'm concerned. No, you're not. You're Spencer. Whatever. But I will write you an email and see if you still want to be involved in this carnival of fucking nonsense after this week. I wouldn't blame you if you fucking cut bait. Which, by the way, is what his product is.
Cut bait?
It's cut bait. It's a knife that when your line gets tangled up in some sort of storm, you can just cut it off. There you go. He invented it. He invented a knife. So go to MikeSchmidtComedy.com and go to the Joe Business page. And again, there's the link there for tweakedaudio.com/40. There's the link there for our Amazon store. You can go through there and shop, and we get credit, and that's cool. There is artwork. Artwork abounds, signed by me, signed by Lily, signed by our friend David Hernandez, and we will get that out to you as soon as we can. The artwork does take a while because it has to go from Chicago to me to you. But we are working on it. We are efforting, as always. The Yurt Dirt Dirt shirt is available in all sizes and all sexes. That's right. All sexes. Are there all? We did. We had a very special transgender shirt made. It's very stylish. It's a half and half cut. I'm going to get in trouble. I shut the fuck up. So the Yurt Dirt Dirt shirt is available. Yurt Dirt Dirt shirt. And then there's year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5 of this podcast individually or together as a set in the UN of Evil box set. There's the Big Angry CD, which is available now, and I will personalize it and sign it for you and mail it off to you, and I will sing like that. And what else we got on the site there? Oh, we got Schmitty Comes Alive. We got For the Life of Schmitty. Those are both downloads that are available for you to get now. Schmitty Comes Alive is a live show. It was 90 minutes, and it was fun at the Los Angeles Podcast Festival. All sorts of cool stuff. And hey, let me throw this in there. You want to go ahead and get more of my past? Never Not Funny Season 1 is always available at nevernotfunny.com. Pick that up, and then I see some of it at the end of the year. And I don't know if I've mentioned this. My car's going to cost $1,200. I can't wait to see some of that at the end of the year. So go ahead and buy Never Not Funny year 1. And also, did I mention that my car is going to cost $1,200? You can donate to this show, folks. I haven't plugged this in weeks, but I'm going to go ahead and bring it up right now. Did you know that you can donate to this show? If you go to MikeSchmidtComedy.com, in the upper left-hand corner of every single page of MikeSchmidtComedy.com, there's a little Schmitty, and he's got his pocket out. You can click on him and donate to the show. You can set up a monthly donation of $2 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month, or $25 a month, or you can send a one-time donation of $1,200. That would work out perfectly, folks. So donate to the show. Help us out. That'd be great. We'd appreciate it very much, and we'd be thrilled. Thank you. Don't forget, I also have an Uber code. They are technically a sponsor of this show. It is all lowercase D21UI. If you use Uber, I get a $20 credit, and you get a $20 credit. But that's just till the end of January. After January, starting February 1st, it's a $10 credit. So if you use Uber code D21UI, all lowercase, for any Uber ride in the world, I think, you will get a $20 credit until the end of January, but then you will start getting a $10 credit in February, and then I will get credit, and I'll be in Scotland before ye. So go ahead and do that with Uber. And now I'm going to go hide under the coats and hope that everything's going to work out in my life. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and grow old alone. I'm going to check myself into an old folks home. That's right. I'm going to be so alone, I'm going to have to check myself into an old folks home. I won't even have children who will go, we've got to get rid of the burden of dad. I'm just going to be me. You know, Bomb Pop and Chinese Rick aren't even going to be in the fucking picture now. You know what they were going to cost? I was talking to China for months. We were down. I had them down to $1,200. It looked like it was a go. It was a go. I was going to buy Bomb Pop and Chinese Rick for $1,200 as a set. And then my fucking struts went out and I lost my kids. God damn it. And subsequently, I have to check myself into an old folks home. I won't have a bomb pop and a Chinese Rick to fucking put me in there and not visit me. God damn it. Furious. I saw an ad for a fucking old folks home called placeformom.com. And it was like, it's just this poor woman and she's being shuttled around by her kids and they're trying to make it look like it's peppy and happy and nice with wax flowers and bullshit. But all I could think of was, with her dad. Placeformom.com. Fuck you, dad.com. Got nowhere for you to go. I was watching it and I'm thinking it was funny because I looked and I was like, placeformom.com, and I thought of the dad thing. And then in my head, I was like, you know what I want to do? I want to make a website called placeforyourmom.com, and it's just a picture of my face. You know where your mom's going to go? Right here, baby. There's a placeforyourmom.com. And you know what? I feel so bad for dad. Place for your dad as well. Go ahead, right here. Just grab a seat, buddy. You're in. I feel bad that your fucking kids threw you overboard. I know how that feels. I've got 2 kids in China right now pining for me, waiting for me to fucking show up and get them. It was $1,200. I had bought them from the Chinese government. And now what? Now they're going to sit there and make iPods until my fucking car gets fixed. Fuck you, struts. Look what you did. You deprived me of old age fun with my Chinese kids. You suck. I am not a fan of you, struts. Although I will tell you, again, a fan of Sheena Easton, a fan of Ric Flair, but not a fan of these struts. I'm human lunch meat. I'm nobody. I'm baloney in pants. God damn it. Why do I think I'm somebody special? Why do I think I'm anybody interesting? I'm not. All I bring to the table is everything that everybody else does, but louder. Don't hit snooze on me, motherfucker. I am a hilarious noise machine. I'm going to tell you this. You need to sit down and reevaluate your life if you can pull 2 midget Indian wrestlers out of your skull at any time. You know what? I don't even need you people here. Seriously, I do this. I love me. I don't give a fuck what you think, how you think. God damn it, I'm the greatest. I can't go for Schmidt. No, no. No can do. 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 No can do.